Hey everyone, this is Mike,
Hey, and this is Josh.
and we are Real Dead. And Josh, we've been challenged, right? Look,
Yes,
I'm going old school. I haven't pulled this out since we were Must See Before You Die.
right. I got the gimmick hat on, and I will say, advance. If you hear my dog bark, she's being really naughty today because someone's like outside, like banging on stuff at my condo. So I just want to put that out there. You might hear a dog bark.
Okay, so we were challenged. This is a horror movie challenge, and Jay and Val sent us a challenge from Jay and Valing Around
Yep.
YouTube channel. Definitely go check them out. We'll have their channel in our description here. But it's a list of 11 movies, like a horror movie challenge, and it's for you to
Yep.
not pick who the best is, but what your favorite is, right, Josh?
Right.
So do you have that list in front of you? I got mine over
Yeah.
here.
I'm ready to go, man. Just tell the
Uh,
category, read the category, and we'll say it.
yeah, we're not going to turn around and spend a ton of time on each one of these, but we'll say probably something really brief. But so we're trying to keep this video down to less than
Right.
30 minutes at least. But
Well, also I want to say I'm in a new recording area. If you noticed, I have a new working desk for my job in the house, and so now I'm going to be recording right up here in my living room. I hope you get a backdrop eventually, but I am in a new recording area, so this is where I'll be
okay,
from now on.
good deal, good deal. All right, so first category was classic black and white movie, horror movie.
Okay. My movie that I picked is the Wolfman, the classic Wolfman. And I really like this one. I remember I watched it as a kid a bunch. I liked it back then. I don't watch a lot of black and white movies, to be honest. I just don't. So this is the one that I'm picking because I just remember watching the most as a kid in like probably the late 80s or early 90s.
So I have a newfound respect and love because we did a video not long ago deep diving into this movie a little more and the difference between the old version and new version. But mine is the 1922 Nosferatu,
Okay.
which there's another category that this comes up that it could have fell in. But man, that original with no sound or anything, it to me still looks creepy and scary. And I'm a big fan of that one. It kind of like, I mean, 1922 is over 100 years old. I think it's
Right.
pretty awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome. Yeah, you did a really good video on that, Mike. You should put the link in the. Did you say you're gonna put the link in the description?
We can do that link too.
Yeah.
So now let's look at vampire. We're kind of going straight into this vampire film. What is your favorite vampire film?
My absolute favorite vampire film is 30 Days of Night. I
Good
absolutely
movie.
adore this movie. I saw it in the theater. I remember at the time, a buddy of mine, we were both with our ex-wives at the time. And, but we didn't tell them what we were seeing. We knew what we were seeing. We didn't know exactly what it was. We just knew it was a vampire movie. We took both these ladies to see this movie, and they were like, whoa, this is crazy. They liked it though. They were both into horror. So, but yeah, I love this movie. I've watched it a bunch. We actually did a review on it, and I really like it a lot. Lots of blood and attacking and vicious vampires, not romantic trying to get with women like a Nosferatu and not trying to, not sparkling like Twilight. I mean, these vampires are doing one thing, and that's feeding, and that's it.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. I that was definitely in my top two or three. Mine is, a lot of these I'm old school. I'm going to go back, not shockers for me, but the Lost Boys. I mean, the Lost Boys to me is classic. You got David, the vampire looks, they're cool looking.
Yeah.
That was the look of 1987. You had Corey Haim in it. You had Corey Feldman. You got the Frog Brothers. Just love this movie. Love where it's set, takes place. It's just a classic, and it's one of the OGs in my opinion.
I would love to start a cast piece on that movie because I think a lot of the cast does cons, and that's the best part about
They're
it.
still alive for right now. They're
Yes.
still alive too.
I think one of the main vampires is not alive, Mike. But
Right.
But for the most part, yeah, a lot of the people in the cast are all still alive, which is good. So what's
All
the
right,
next
so
one there, Mike?
a werewolf film.
Okay, I have to do this one. This is my favorite. I know a lot of people are going to say this. but an American Werewolf in London, you can't beat this movie in practical effects. In my opinion, the werewolf looks amazing. I mean, me and Mike are big into NECA figures, and this has to be probably top 2 or 3 NECA figure. I mean, it looks incredible, just like the movie. And I love this. I love the dark comedy aspects of this movie as well, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
And the soundtrack is good, and it's just a banger, dude. It's an absolute must watch. I watch it once a year, and I would love to get these guys autographs too, because I know these. I think both of these guys do conventions as well. The guy that played the werewolf, and then the friend who's basically dead through the whole movie. He actually does cons as well. And then there's a 2-pack of their figures, so you could definitely get their autographs on that. Yes. There's not, I just can't, it's all been said before, but it is an incredible movie. And I can't wait to do a ranking on that, or not a ranking, but a review of that with our new review system, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, Josh and I talked ahead of time. We were going to try to pick different movies, Josh, and I just screwed this one up because I can't think of another one that I love as much as this one. So I'm going to piggyback on you and say American Werewolf in London, 1981.
It's the best.
It's the werewolf movie.
Yeah, I mean, I recently
there's a
watched
couple other ones that they don't look bad in, but it's just, to me, it's the movie.
Well, I recently watched The Howling just to say, like, okay, everybody says this is like 1 and 2. It's not close to American Werewolf in London, in my opinion. Some of the practical effects, yes, they look good, but in my opinion, it's not close. American Werewolf in London is number 1. There are other werewolf movies I do like, but this is definitive number 1 in my opinion.
So number 4 on here is Creature Feature.
Yeah. So what do you got, Mike? You go first this time, man.
Well, this one I had a list of probably 3 or 4. I had a Godzilla 1 in here, which is kind of science fiction. I also had a couple other. I had The Thing in here, but I actually went with Jaws, 1975. Okay. I'm an old head because I mean, it's the anniversary this year of it.
Yes.
And I had to go with Jaws because, it's kind of a monstrous fish. It's a creature. You don't really see it towards the end.
Yep.
Absolutely love this movie, but there's a lot of good movies that could have fell in this category.
Yeah, you're right. Now mine is the Monster Squad. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
I love this movie. I mean, it's got all the classic monsters in it, and it does have the creature from the Black Lagoon in it. So that is a creature. I mean, the Mummy, Frankenstein, Wolfman, Dracula, they're all creatures in a way. So I absolutely love this movie. I know Mike saw it for the first time, I think just last year or the year before.
Good fun movie.
Yeah, it's a fun movie, and it's got like a mix of like Goonies and, the monsters and all that. That's what's cool about it. I think people today would relate because it's kind of like got that Stranger Things type thing with the kids and banding together. So like, I think that's why it's held on a good legacy, even with kids today, is because it's just a relatable thing for teenagers and different things. So yeah, I love it. And it's absolutely one of my favorite Wolfmans. I love the Wolfman design in this movie. So
Wolfman's got nards.
He sure does.
All right. Ghost and Paranormal.
So this one was hard for me because, I'm not a huge fan of paranormal stuff. I mean, I like it, but it's not like, but there is one movie that's paranormal in my opinion. And It Follows. This movie really put an impact on me, man. I think me and Michelle, my wife, we've watched it 2 or 3 times now and we love it. That beginning shot where it shows that girl on the beach with her leg bent backwards.
Oh yeah.
Like, it is a very, like, that's one of those ones where you say a great beginning to a movie. That is a great opening to a movie. Yeah, just like this thing that just keeps following you and it just won't stop. It'll never stop. You can run and run and run, but it'll always be there and it'll be something different like every time. That is the creepiest part about it, Mike. And do you choose to pass it on? Because you can pass this on. It's like, yeah, it is a really good movie with thought provoking in my opinion. So there's that one.
Yeah, mine's going to be one that some people don't consider it a horror movie, and it's kind of debated. I personally thought it at the time I saw it, it was horror to me. I thought, I still think it's horror slash thriller mystery, but I got The Sixth Sense. Um,
Okay.
where he's a ghost. You know, Bruce Willis is in this, 1999. It's kind of a mystery. There's a big twist at the end of it, which is iconic. Everybody, knows it now.
Well, that's the paranormal part.
Huh?
The
Yeah.
paranormal part's the twist, and of course the kid
Yeah,
being
he's
able
a
to see
ghost the whole
dead
time.
people.
Yeah. So I love that movie. Some people don't consider it horror. I do.
I do too. I do.
But it's got a great cast, great movie, twist at the end, and just killed it at the box office back then. I saw it in the theater, did not know the twists because the AOL wasn't telling the hints then, and I really like it. One of my favorites.
Yeah, I did not see it back then. I in '99 I was only what 15 or turning 16 or something. So I did not see it in the theater, but yeah, it's an incredible movie. And even after you know the twist, it still has rewatchability because you're looking and seeing for all these different clues that actually tell you
Yep.
what the twist is about. We're not revealing the twist because if you haven't seen it,
Yeah.
you need to watch this movie and you need to go in blind and not know the twist in my
So if you notice, all my picks are 1999 and earlier. So so now we got zombie film, and this is tough because there's a lot of good zombie films out there, Josh.
Yeah. Yeah, my favorite with a bullet. I did see this in theater, and actually I saw it twice because the first time I saw it, me, my girlfriend at the time, and my best friend left because people were in the theater just yelling and screaming and so we said the heck with this, and we went and got a refund or got a rain check ticket or whatever it was, and we actually came back and watched it in full, and that is 2004's Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead, which is an excellent.
It's really good.
Excellent remake, and also it's the first time I ever saw fast running zombies, and that is scary because look at me, I can't outrun a zombie.
This is like the 28 years later too, man. Those zombies are running faster,
right? But I think this is the first instance of fast zombies. I could be wrong. I'm sure somebody will be like, "Well, there was fast zombies in this," but yeah, that one's awesome. Really good cast, and yeah, I love it, man. I think it's great. One of my favorite parts of that movie, I just want to say it, is when they reinforce these buses down in the garage or down in the parking lot of the mall, and then they drive out and they're just surrounded by hundreds and hundreds and thousands of these zombies, and they get like a propane tank and like put a flare on it and they throw it, and then like one zombie picks it up and then this guy CJ shoots it and it just boom explodes. Yeah. It is an awesome shot. I love it. And this movie never gets old to me. It's incredible. I love it.
Mine is one that I saw again here recently, and I wanted to pick The Evil Dead at first. I wanted to pick Dawn of the Dead.
That. Yep.
But I went with Return of the Living Dead. Again, this is our favorites. So 1985.
Like that one's good.
It's so fun. It's funny. It's not serious. Not trying to be serious. And I just love it. It's a good movie. I know some other channels that are doing this channel picked that as well, but I was going back. I mean, I really do like The Evil Dead a lot.
I do too.
And I love that whole franchise, really.
Yeah.
But this one movie by itself with Tarman and man, I absolutely love it. So that's one of my favorites right there.
Yeah.
All right. So demonic possession film.
Mike, you know where I have to go with this one, don't you? Absolute favorite movie. This is like one of my top 5 horror movies ever, and that is Hereditary. I absolutely adore this movie. I love the storytelling. Oh, the storytelling's genius, Mike. And the more you watch it, the more things you pick up on and notice, in my opinion. I
need to go back and watch that because it's been years since I've watched it, and I think maybe my elevation horror has been elevated.
Yes, it's rised.
Maybe I'm not in the basement no more in the cellar. So maybe maybe I'm getting smarter the older I get. I don't know, but yeah,
So,
it's a very popular film. It's got great acting in. I'll say
oh
that.
my
Right off the bat.
gosh, dude, the acting is phenomenal in it. And I remember when me and my wife saw this in the theater, Mike, the first time when we saw the little girl head get taken off, we were like, we couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
Like, because you didn't expect it. But
yeah.
like that's the part about it is like it's all a plan. Like this
Laying in the
whole
road.
movie, well, and this whole movie is like basically laid out. You don't know that, but it's all laid out by this. Yeah, it's awesome. I love it. And Mike, I do hope you give it a chance because actually I talked to someone else and they said yes. Upon rewatch, I realized that this movie actually was really good. They didn't like it at first. Then they rewatched it years later and said, yes, this is actually really good. So
Okay.
hopefully maybe you could be changed on that. What's yours, Mike?
Maybe. I mean, listen, demonic possession films. I got my girl right here behind me. You know who this one is. It's Reagan. It's The Exorcist, 1973.
Wait, is it Exorcist Believer?
No. Hell no. It's the OG. It's Linda Blair. It is 1973, and man, I just classic.
It's awesome.
Those back then. I mean, I remember just seeing the book around, and my mom having the book, and just seeing the book cover, and it's scaring the hell out of me. Kind of like Jaws was the same way as well.
Right.
Again, these are old school films, 1973, but
yeah. Classics.
Yeah, I know you and I disagree on it, but I think it still holds up too with some of the stuff from 50 some years ago. And it
I mean, for this movie, in my opinion, I mean, like I said, the effects and stuff are good, and like the second half is good, but the first half is boring, man. That's the only thing that
tell us in the comments. You got new kid over here with Hereditary. And me with The Exorcist, which one is your favorite between them?
Mike, that's
not
unfair.
But the favorite. All right, so let's jump on down to holiday horror film.
I mean, this was
I know what your answer is going to be, and I'm not going to say it.
Mike, this is number one with a bullet, and I think maybe you don't agree, but an overall holiday horror movie that like encompasses everything about that holiday. It's Trick or Treat. I mean, this encompasses everything about Halloween. It has the rules. I love that they made up the rules. I think that adds a lot to the lore of this movie. It takes place in a town, I think like in Ohio, that's like really steeped in the lore of Halloween. You have a new horror mascot in Sam, which it's a shame. It's a damn shame that we haven't got anything more with that character in it.
We need it bad.
Yes. And there's so much more you could do with it. That's the thing. And then you have all these other classics. You have werewolves in it, a werewolf story. You have like a vampire in it. You have a killer, like a serial killer. You have like zombies that come up from the ground, or whatever. I don't know if you call them zombies or whatever, or demons or ghouls and all the stories are woven together so perfectly.
Written very well.
It is the perfect Halloween movie, and I make sure to watch it every Halloween. Yep. It is one of my favorites. I love it. It never gets old, and it's incredible. And that's all I can say about it.
Yeah, for me, listen, I wanted to say Krampus.
Yeah, I love that
Krampus
one.
Krampus is one of my favorites. I really love that movie. I'll watch it 2 or 3 times a year, even not around Christmas time.
It's great.
But I'm going to go, this is the only movie past 1999 that I picked.
Wow.
And I went with Terrifier 3.
Wow.
I think Terrifier 3.
I thought you were going to pick Halloween.
I know. I think and the only reason I didn't pick Halloween is because it may come up later on. The reason I picked this is I think this will be a new standard for the younger generation going forward on a Christmas movie. You used to have, Silent Night, Deadly Night. You used to have Black Christmas.
Yeah.
I think Terrifier 3 is going to jump in that. And it wouldn't shock me if the next movie is the last one, if it wasn't the last one, that they don't pick other holidays down the road. They've done Halloween. Now they've done Christmas. So I'm going to go with the newer generation, I don't know if this is called elevated horror, probably not. I'm going Terrifier 3, 2024.
Okay, that's a bold pick, Mike, I think.
It is psychological horror film.
Okay, so this one was tough for me. I mean, my mind went right to Silence of the Lambs, and I love that movie. But there's one that kept on sticking with me, and it has stuck with me. And I looked it up just to make sure that it is considered a psychological horror film, and it is only on Netflix from what I've seen. And I remember me and Michelle watched it, and we were like, "Whoa, this thing blew us away." We really liked the story. And that one's called The Ritual, and it is about these friends that get together because, like, on the anniversary, I think, of their friend dying like the year previous, and it's got to do with like Norse gods type mythology and stuff, and it's pretty crazy.
Wild looking creature in that one too.
Yeah, that is. I think that's supposed to be Loki.
An entity or creature. Yeah.
No, whatever, I think it's supposed to be like Norse Loki, Mike.
Yeah.
So it is a crazy movie. You've seen it, Mike? I didn't know if you saw it.
Yep.
I loved it. I love how all of a sudden you could be like in the movie, and then all of a sudden like will do like a cutback to like the past, and then but it'll still be in this woods. It's like weird, dude, and it does mess with your mind, in my opinion. Check it out. Check out The Ritual if you have not seen it.
So on this one right here, a movie that I'm gonna say I really liked is Seven, but
yeah.
Seven's a psychological thriller. Great cast in that one.
Yes.
I went with one you mentioned earlier to me. Silence of the Lamb is just
can't beat it.
And you got
can't beat that.
Buffalo. I'll let you do the wooden stove, Josh.
Yeah.
And that lady that was in the that was trapped in the well is going to be at the con coming up. That may be one I'd have to get if I went to that.
Okay.
But yeah, Silence of the Lamb, 1991. So we got two more left here, and this next one is a tough one too. Science fiction horror film.
My mind went in a couple different places. You got Predator, you got Aliens. I love both of those franchises, and I think Predator and Aliens are both on the come up. I mean, their last two movies were actually very good. Prey, Predator Killers of Killers, I think it's called, was really good too, that animated one. And then you had Alien Romulus, which kicked butt in my opinion. And so these two movies are on the come up, but I went with another franchise, and I went with 10 Cloverfield Lane. Mike, I don't know if you ever saw this, but John Goodman.
Yeah, I remember John Goodman. He's great in it.
He's a force in this, dude. That was one of the first movies I saw him in. I mean, I always liked John Goodman as an actor. I always thought he was a good actor. But I'm like, holy crap, this guy plays like a crazy psychotic person really, really well. Like, he is a phenomenal actor in it. And then it turns out that you think this guy's a crackpot and he just trapped these people down in this thing. Turns out, nope, there really was an alien invasion. It's true. So, and at the end, you figure that out. So I love it. I think it was great. And I need to watch that one again, to be honest. I saw that in the theater as well and really enjoyed it.
Well, I'm very predictable. You've already called mine out. I mean, science fiction. I can't believe I didn't have The Thing in here. The Thing is another one that should have been in here. Godzilla, like I mentioned earlier, -1. I thought it's a great science fiction type movie. I went with Alien. I mean, the original Alien. I love Alien too. Aliens may be better than Alien, but back in the 70s, 1979, I was 8 years old, scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, the original Alien is horror, though. It's like a horror slasher. Whoops. But it's just like the first kind of like Predator or Terminator movie, where it's more horror and science fiction. And then like later they get more into action. But the first in those entries are more horror than not, in my opinion.
So the very last one is kind of a bonus. So favorite slasher of all time.
Wow, man. This is this is a hard one, but you know what it is for me. I mean, I love the original Halloween, Mike. I know, I like the original Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm actually watching the Nightmare on Elm Streets right now, and I'm telling you, the third and the fourth entry are actually pretty solid. Nightmare on Elm Street. Of course, Jason Voorhees. I love Camp Crystal Lake movies. I think that's probably some of my favorite franchise. But for me, it's got to be Scream. I mean, that's just, I remember just hearing about the movie, and then finally I got to see the second one in the theater. But it's the original Scream. I think it has the best opening in horror. I know some people might argue Jaws or something else, but in my opinion, it has the best opening in horror with just that phone voice, the phone call with Drew Barrymore, and all the conversation and where it leads. And when he says, "I want to know who I'm looking at," it changes the whole tone of that conversation, Mike.
Yeah, and me, hey, I'm very predictable. 1978. I'm wearing the hat is the reason I didn't say favorite holiday, and mine is the original 1978 Halloween. I think it spawned other movies, which may be a good and bad thing, but there's other franchises that came along in the slasher genre that if it wasn't for Halloween, would they even be around?
Right.
Also, want to say I do like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I love the Leatherface character as well. I'm old school on that too.
Right.
Love Friday 13th.
And Black Christmas was before Halloween, and it did it before Halloween. So, you know, but you're right.
Yeah, so that's our list. We are going to put a challenge out to a few channels. We'll put those in the description. We'll tag them on Instagram or on TikTok or something to let them know as well. We do want to thank Jay and Val from Jay and Valing Around for hitting us up on this and challenging us. And answer these questions in here yourself. Put your answers to these 11. I'll copy and paste this in the description so you can see all 11 questions and put your 1 through 11 in with us. Right, Josh?
Yeah, this was actually a lot of fun. I like doing things like this. So, and it causes good discussion between me and Mike. And yeah, let us know in the comments, guys.
All right. Have a good one, Josh. Have a good one, chat. Bye.